Yes, like fiber towels.
We use chocolate because chocolate is oily and brown, just like dirt and the oil from the street. So you just spray it on in a sweeping motion. You have one dry towel, one wet towel. You just spray a little to make it moist on your towel. And you wipe in a sweeping motion. And this is even on a window where, you know, usually you'd think it was streak. Look, it's already disappearing. Now, ta-da! So you can do the whole car that way, and you just work your way around the car. And that way, if you were going to use a hose, you'd hose it down. You'd use between 80 to 140 gallons of water. So you just saved 80 to 140 gallons of water by washing your car this way. And it's no different than if you hosed it, soaked it, hose it again, and dry it off. Here, you're just doing one step all the way around the car. So this one bottle can wash this car about 7 times.
And what's the cost of the bottle?
The cost is $14.99 to $16.99, depending on the retail store. And that comes to about $2 a car wash, so it's a money savings as well.
And we're talking about all the environmental factors of the car. The fact that it's 95% recyclable, that it's ecologically friendly, it gets great fuel mileage, it's an ultra-low emissions vehicle, and it's just a great, fun driving experience.
On the screw cap, this year we started with the Sullivan Lux Plus, which is designed just to basically look like a regular capsule, but it is very green. You do not have to use a cork. It is better for the wine, as well as, again, it's very green forward. I mean, it's something great for the environment. We're not doing the tree thing. We're not taking down the trees to do the corks. So this is very wonderful for that.
We're going green for Earth Day. This is the 111 cocktail made with organic fruit.
The aquarium at Fichtner has set up a program similar to the Hunter-Reay Bay Aquarium. They're trying to kind of match it to the Morrow Bay Aquarium, which is for consumers, but they're trying to gear it towards restaurants and chefs. We're kind of the pilot restaurant, being so close we can walk within 5 minutes. We've done a lot to kind of give them some sources, and then in turn they've given us some sources for sustainable seafood and kind of some things to feature on our menu, and also reward our guests with aquarium passes and our servers with aquarium passes for selling our seafood. One of the things when I came as a chef here, as I took over, I started going to the local farmers market in Santa Monica, and we pick up a lot of our produce there. We're friends with a lot of the farmers there. Some of our favorites is Wiser Farms, Rudis Farms, Pudwell Berries, Mud Creek Ranch. And another thing I do with the seafood is our old chef kind of, the farther it came from, the more valuable it was to him, and I try to seek out some more local sources. One of my favorite sources is called Clean Fish. They do our salmon, they do the shrimp, and they're a great company for matching us with the sustainable seafood.
Well, you know, I only have like 12 hours to paint the largest portrait in history of the planet Earth.
We've worked hard to make sure that we're becoming a sustainable city. First of all, we have a green ordinance. We have all of our public buildings that are going to be built in the future, all LEED buildings. We have them now. Those are very energy efficient buildings. We have the largest green fleet of any government in the United States. We've been given that award. We have a solar facility which powers the convention center on top of the roof. And we're doing a variety of things to make sure that we are going to be sustainable in the future. Anywhere from biofuels, LNG, to the solar facilities on the roof, and also at the port. We're going to be the greenest port in the world. In the next 5 years, we'll cut pollution in that port by over 50%.
You know, I try to be mindful also in my day-to-day living, but you know, I'm restoring an old barn, so I'm in the process of that and trying to investigate different ways of, you know, I have a wood-burning furnace that heats the house that we use standing dead and dead wood from the property, and try and, you know, use that as much as possible. So, you know, try to drink less plastic bottles, refill the plastic bottles. I drink a lot of water, so, you know, whatever, keep the lights off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the poll last night, the poll award, you know, I donated the money to an organization called Action Sports Environmental Coalition. It's a nonprofit organization that my buddy owns and operates, and it's basically dedicated to using, you know, all the athletes in the, you know, in the action sports world that are conscious to, you know, influence the kids in creative ways. You know, teaching them about, you know, greening, you know, thinking with a green mindset, from, you know, recycling to water conservation to, you know, alternative, you know, energy sources to even organic, you know, diets and you know, health, and all that's a package of it. You know, for example, the X Games, you know, all the ramps at the X Games are all out of FSC certified woods. We green the whole X Games, meaning all the brochures, all the pamphlets, everything are all out of recycled paper. All the food in the athletes' lounge and stuff now is all organic.
You know, everyone can, you know, save water. It will benefit, you know, everyone that's involved in the process. And also, my other thing is like to recycle. We can recycle plastic, you know, bottles, water bottles, help the environment too. Instead of sitting out in our landfills, destroying our environment. We can, you know, that's the reason why we have recycling, and we got to keep it out of landfills, and, you know, we can make this planet a better place. So those are my two big things about being green.
What are you going to be doing for Earth Day?
I don't know, but I got to do something special with my little boy. Tell me, what should I do?
How old is your little boy?
6.
6?
He just broke his arm, so I'm limited.
Well, why don't you go to the beach? Are you by the beach?
We're not far from the beach, but he's got school that day. There's a gardens near our house, Descanso Gardens, and we're members there, and we go there.
That'd be nice. You can go pick up some trash somewhere.
We do that. That we do. We ride our bikes, we pick up trash, we talk about that, we do that, so that might be a good day. Let's take our bike path that we always take and go, hey, let's make sure it's completely clean everywhere we go. Thank you. That's what I'm going to do.
What am I doing for Earth Day? Well, I guess I won't be riding a Harley. I won't be chopping down any trees. I'm going to be a really environmental #1 guy. That's what I'm going to do.
Not really for Earth Day. I do it every day.
What do you do every day?
You know, I'm from a pretty natural area up in the mountains of California near Mammoth and Sierra, so, you know, I'm pretty conscious of every aspect of recycling, water consumption, you know, I just pay attention to the little things, not waste electricity and shut the lights off. I've been doing that since I was a kid with my parents, so, you know, just paying attention to how we use our resources is important.
I'm green every day. I really don't see Earth Day as a certain day to be more green than anything. I mean, you know, I surf. I'm in the water a lot, so I can see the effects of pollution. You know, they actually affect what I'm doing. So I'm a conscientious energy water saver, and, you know, I'm trying to do my part. We're trying to do our part here with less carbon with ethanol. So, and in the IndyCar series. So it's a good mix.
My children are really into recycling. They love to recycle cans and plastic bottles. We do try to use the Nalgene bottles as opposed to plastic water bottles, but we are recycling any plastic water bottles in the studio. We always recycle. And we're going to try to conserve energy this week. We're going to make a real effort to turn out all the lights, and also to not use as much water, not let the hot water run and jump in the shower for 5 minutes while the water's been running for 20. So we're really going to try to conserve energy this week.
Tell the world to take care of the planet. CNN, we love you guys. Thank you for doing your part for Earth Day. Happy Earth Day.